Close. Michigan's John Beilein previews Florida State matchup in Elite Eight on Friday, March 23 in Los Angeles. Nick Baumgardner, Detroit Free Press. John Beilein watches the first half against Montana in the NCAA tournament in Wichita, Kansas on March 15. Photo: Junfu Han, Detroit Free Press. Jamie Samuelson, co-host of the Jamie and Stoney Show at 6 a.m. weekdays on WXYT-FM 97.1. Blogs for Freep.com. His opinions do not necessarily reflect those of the Detroit Free Press nor its writers. You can reach him at jamsam22@gmail.com and follow him on Twitter at @JamieSamuelson. Is Michigan coach John Beilein the best major sports coach-manager in this state? If not him, then who? John Beilein loves to coach basketball. He loves to do it with a certain degree of anonymity. Ask the average basketball fan to name the top college coaches in the nation and you'll hear the typical names: Krzyzewski, Williams, Boeheim, Self, Izzo. Beilein even joked before he took his Michigan team to the Big Ten tournament in New York City that he enjoyed the fact that a lot of people misidentified him as John Boeheim. Bad news, coach. That's about to change. It's a testament to Beilein's ability and demeanor that he has Michigan in the Elite Eight for the third time in the past 6 years. And only now does it seem he's getting the recognition for what he is: one of the best basketball coaches in America. John Beilein high-fives fans after the 99-72 trouncing of Texas A&M in the Sweet 16 in Los Angeles on Thursday. Photo: Junfu Han, Detroit Free Press. To declare him the best coach in the state is a trap. Mark D'Antonio and Tom Izzo are awfully good at what they do, but Beilein seems to be enjoying his job and excelling at his job more than he has at any point in his career. And if Michigan can win 3 more games over the next week plus, any debate will be put aside, because a national championship banner at Chrysler would be an emphatic exclamation point about his status. More from Jamie. Blame Tom Izzo for MSU's loss. Consider high standard set. Ask any college basketball expert about Beilein and they'll all tell you the same thing. He's a basketball savant. When it comes to X's and O's, nobody is better than him. This is high praise among coaches, but it always felt like a backhanded compliment to me. It's kind of like in golf when they title a player the best player never to have won a major. It's a way of saying this coach is really, really good, but he hasn't hoisted the hardware, so he really can't be in the discussion. The flaw, of course, is guys like Kevin Ollie, Jim Herrick and Tubby Smith have won titles. It'll take Beilein 7 days a week over them. Beilein knocked on the door at West Virginia, getting as far as the Elite Eight in 2005, then finally broke through with Michigan in 2013. Now he has a chance to put the only thing on his resume that's not there: a national championship. Does he need it? Only he can answer that. You get in this business to win, so it's clearly the goal. But without it, he's still a lock for the Hall of Fame. He has won everywhere he has been, and he has done it all without a whiff of controversy or violations. More. Michigan's Spike Albrecht wasn't going to get punked in 2013 title game. Most every coach in any major sport has their detractors. Opposing fans can find an issue with a coach's demeanor, his skirting of the rules, or his questionable recruiting tactics. If you live in the state of Michigan, you know no success can go unchallenged by fans from the opposite side of the aisle. But I defy you to find me one John Beilein detractor. What do people dislike? The lack of a sport coat during games. Brown shoes with blue pants. The only people who criticized Beilein were Michigan fans who started to become frustrated in the middle part of last season when the Final Four was 4 years in the past and a senior-laden team wasn't excelling. A Big Ten tournament championship and a trip to the Sweet 16 silenced that, and it has been a fun ride since. Let's not be hypocritical here. We've all wondered a bit about Beilein and whether his style would work in the Big Ten and whether he could get the best players to come play in it. But even as we wondered that, we never wondered if he was safe at Michigan. We knew he was. He is the perfect coach for the university, especially in the aftermath of the Ed Martin scandal and the decade-plus of mediocre or bad basketball. He has embraced Ann Arbor, embraced the Michigan way, run a clean program and won a bunch of games along the way. John Beilein hugs his wife, Kathleen, after defeating Houston 64-63 in the NCAA tournament second round. Photo: Junfu Han, Detroit Free Press. These past few years, he has proven he's ready to be placed on the top level of coaches. Win it all and there is no more coaching in the shadows. Win it all and there will be buildings named after him on campus. Win it all and you have as many national titles of any major college coach in this state. And yes, I'm talking about Izzo. Beilein is already the best coach in the history of Michigan basketball. A title cements that. A title also raises him up in the ranks of college basketball. Windsor, explaining Beilein's rise at Michigan. Izzo's slide at Michigan State. He'll no longer be one of the best X's and O's coaches in the country. The X's and O's will be dropped and he'll just be one of the best. He is already, but the title would make it official. Perhaps it's the perfect blend of shooters and defense and ball handlers that he has always tried to put together. Perhaps it's the lingering effects of that plane crash that reminded everyone on board Beilein as much as anyone the relative value and importance of things. More likely, it's like every team that wins it all in April. A talented group of players brought together and nurtured along perfectly by an outstanding coach. Teams improving and playing their best happen almost every year that Beilein has coached. This is nothing new. At this point in his long, distinguished career, there really can't be anything that's all that new. Except for one thing. One thing that shouldn't change everything. But one thing that probably will. More. How Michigan basketball plane crash changed John Beilein and his wife.